Yeah, so you know I'm in Domino's right now, as you can see. Early morning trip type shit. Feel me? What's going on? Anyway, man.
Why don't we pay when we come back, okay? We're gonna figure it out. Something's wrong with the Wi-Fi. You'll pay when you come back?
Hey, when I come back, where?
Just to pick it up?
I'm, I'm gonna be right here.
Okay.
It's a carry out, it's not a delivery.
Okay. 1724. Okay. Well, we work on this. We'll get the food going right now.
Alright, man. You said 10 minutes, right?
Should be 10 minutes. Yeah.
I'll be right here. Anyway, ooh, you got me spinning around. You know that white boy trying to play games. They always do, man. What else is new? Tell me something I don't know. Some people are just too old to be hating. I've always said that and I will continue to say that. You feel me? Niggas is too old to be hating. A little too old to be bitter. Sometimes it's just like, give it up. Burger King is hiring. Talking to the Jakes, you bound to get shot. But one time, let it be a bad bitch sweeping. That knows we get O's like Cheerios. Let me see how much money I got, cause you know, shit. Maybe. Yeah, my. That's good. I don't even know how much money I put in there, but that's good enough. Anyway, man, you know when the whole world's watching you, when they call you broke, but yet they try and steal from you, yeah, it's amazing. They call you broke, but they try and steal from you. I don't know where they do that at, man. You know, I take pride in my shit, man. I do, man. I take pride in mine, man. If I ain't got it, I ain't got it. If I got it, I got it. Feel me? Ooh, you got me spinning around. So these people are narcissists, you feel me? But it's amazing that people don't, even narcissists don't even want to accept themselves for who they are. They can only pick and choose what is nice about being narcissists. So if I tell a narcissist that he is intelligent, which some of them are, you feel me? Some of them are extremely intelligent. And if you tell them that, they'd be like, yeah, they start to agree with it. But when you say other things like they lack empathy and they're extreme intelligence in other areas, then other areas they're like infants, almost like a dog-like creatures. And they be mad about it. I was like, you can't pick and choose, nigga. You gotta accept your whole self. They can't accept the whole self because they constantly trying to be something. They pick and choose what is only right. And if they pick something that has fault in it, hold on. I got cash.
Okay. No, it's not. You can't get it on
There you go.
Said, no, you are not online. 1724. That's point. 276.
How much is it?
1724.
You said 276. What's wrong with you?
Your change is 276.
My change?
Yes. I can do a 50.
Oh, man, bro. Come on.
I get a 20 because we don't take this.
It doesn't say so. We got it. I don't see it, sir.
don't even have to change that over here.
That's how they put that over
There's 33 boxes. I'll take care of the border.
there. Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Make sure it's not too roasted. I don't like the dark surroundings around it. Make sure that it's well cooked first.
So you like it well cooked.
Yeah, well cooked, but not. Usually you have it burnt. And it's like burnt on the outside.
That's the cheese.
Yeah, I don't like
That's
that.
the cheese burn. Okay. I appreciate it.
Something wrong with that kid, man. He's like 5 times older than me, but he act like a boy. You could tell his personality. His personality is shocked. You feel me? His personality is shocked, man. I mean, people don't understand. Let me give you a little rundown. I've been blocked. Let me give you a little rundown of the reason why I act the way I act, and the reason why I carry myself, and the reason why you can't just push me away. And the reason why you cannot behave a certain way and expect me to accept it and not want to come back. You feel me? You don't have the right to tell me where to go and where I cannot go. Let's just put that into writing first. You feel me? A lot of these people want to treat you bad. That's their way of saying you can't be no color people allowed, nigga. Like basically, by treating you bad and giving you bad customer service, they push you away. That's the same thing that happened to the African American. If our ancestors would have gave into these commands and demands, my people wouldn't have been able to come here. You feel me? You have to understand this mentality where people treat you bad so you can quit on yourself. You understand? This is a method that they use. A lot of people don't understand the gimmicks behind it. If the people who fought for civil rights and fought for our liberty so that other groups of people can come here so they can enjoy the riches of America, then we wouldn't be, if they would have just quit and be like, you know what? I'm not going to fight for nothing. I'm not going to march with Martin Luther and Malcolm X and them. We're not going to do that. If we would have just quit, if we would have just listened to them and tell them that, no, if Rosa Parks decided, you know what, I'm just going to sit in the back of the bus and keep my mouth closed because master don't want me sitting back in front of the bus. You see, people fought for the right for us to be here and act like we belong. You feel me? Just because he has an attitude or somebody else has an attitude because I'm around doesn't mean that I have to comply with their attitude. No, nigga. I'm not going to do that. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep coming back until you learn. Because it's obvious that it took you too long to learn certain behaviors. It's obvious that it took certain group of Americans to learn to treat other people with respect. It is too obvious in the history. It is obvious that we have to teach people how to behave and conduct themselves. You feel me? But yet, when you read the history book, they make it seem like they're the intelligent one. I'm like, intelligent where, my nigga? You feel me? And how can you associate yourself with that kind of thinking where you know we had to teach people how to behave? We had to teach them how to take a bath and everything else like that. You feel me? Clean yourself when I say bath, basically. You feel me? Like, in order to conducting yourself respectfully is an intelligence itself. It is a form of intelligence. It's actually the highest form of intelligence. You feel me? If you don't know how to treat people, you are an idiot, basically. Have you ever seen a retarded kid who keep hitting everybody? Because the retarded kid has not learned how to have manners. You see, manners is also the highest form of intelligence because it's something that we had to do over and over and over, mistake after mistake after mistake. As a human race, I'm speaking of mistake after mistake after mistakes for us to get it right. We are already born aggressive. Our nature is to be very aggressive. But in order for us to be human beings, the highest form of intelligence, we had to have made mistakes and we had to have caused enough violence in our history for us to know what is right and what is wrong. So this accumulation of intelligence or this accumulation of behavior is the highest form of human intelligence. It's to treat each other with manners. It's to treat each other with respect. It's to have trust in somebody else. That's intelligence. Just in case you didn't know by now, because there's a lot of people they just can't think for themselves. So it's like the history has already been done. When you don't know your history, you're more likely to repeat these mistakes. So let me just break it down in the finest and most simplest form for you. Anybody who does not know how to treat others with respect is an idiot. You just like any retarded child who cannot comprehend to keep your hands to yourself, who cannot comprehend not to touch things that is not yours, who cannot comprehend to be welcoming. You feel me? When people invite you into their home, that's the highest form of intelligence. You feel me? It's saying that I have trust within myself, that I am highly intelligent to allow you into my home. You feel me? People who are very distant and want to kick people out and be like, kick, like, get out of my way. No, you the devil, this, that, and that. These are people that are lacking intelligence. It's a lack of it. That's why empathy, that's why narcissists, when they lack empathy, no matter how intelligent they are in other groups, it's a detrimental to them. You feel me? You have to understand that. You feel me? And stop competing with me. The reason why I didn't run today, because I'm already putting the work. Like I can see this, I can see that in my body already. I'm only gonna be off one day a week. So I wasn't going to exhaust myself in running today because I already worked yesterday. And the reason why I was jogging because I wanted to keep myself active. So competition is not about winning and losing. Competition in human history was to form a bond. That's the reason why when they have the Olympics, other countries come together to have a healthy competition. It's the forming of a bond. You feel me? It's the forming of relationship. It's the forming of tunnels, building connections. It's not about winners and losers. So some of these people, I wouldn't call them narcissists, but that's just how they operate. They always want to compete with you. Because they always want to feel like I am the winner and you are the loser. That's their mentality. But that's not the mentality of competition. Competition, if you compete with me, to me, you're trying to form a bond with me. You feel me? Because I'm thinking intelligently. You feel me? It's like you trying to form a relationship with me. That's the healthiest form of competition. Competition bring people together. Have you ever seen a UFC fight or any kind of boxing fight? When the two fight, they show sportsmanship. They hug it out and they give each other. People actually line up to hand each other a shake. And the people who do not show sportsmanship are called soul losers because you don't have a soul when you think in that sense. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm tired of dealing with just people who just don't know how to think for themselves. They just zombie, like they look clean. They look like they got it all together, but their behavior shows like, yo, this nigga is retarded, bro. Like, you feel me? Like they know how to imitate what it looks to be intelligent. But yet when they display these things, you can tell that these niggas is retarded, my nigga. Like, they don't, like, you gotta just pick up the dictionary and reread the definition of the things that you actually portraying. You feel me? So let's get back to don't worry about that. They just, when you say the truth, it hurts. So they gotta reply in that sense. And retarded kid be like, nah, 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 nah. Basically, that's what they doing with their engine. I realized that being a car, you become part of the engine of the car itself. So whenever they do these things, that's just them. So you have to understand the difference between a person who has a kind heart. It's the highest form of intelligence. You feel me? Is the definition of the essential self itself. You feel me? Because we are born aggressive. We are just born. Kids come out kicking and screaming and crying, and if you don't feed them, they're very selfish and needy. So to have self-love is the beginning of all love. But to have growth is to extend that love out of yourself to somebody else. Do unto those as you want others to do unto you. That's the highest form of intelligence. So if you cannot treat somebody how you want to be treated, that in turn says that you are an infant because you haven't developed yourself enough to extend your self-love onto somebody else. It's taking money out your own pocket that you need for yourself and giving it to somebody because that person is in a greater need. That's intelligent itself. But these people never understand that. It's always winners and losers. good and bad. They always have categories, and that's how they operate and think in. They never can think beyond that because they have a deficiency when it comes to brain activity. I'm sorry to say, but it's true, you know. You feel me? That's why when I look at the African American and the history, when I look at history, these are the things that I look at. When I read history, I'm not reading who was the dominant force. I'm not reading, oh, the Crusaders, they went around the war killing people. I feel like that's savagery. You feel me? I'm like, come on, man. Vikings, we take pride in these things. And I'm like, these niggas were savages. If you couldn't go to a town, look at the Moors. The Moors went into Spain and changed the atmosphere of Spain. They taught them how to read and write. They taught them how to paint. They taught them about fragrance and everything else. When you come to a place, you got to add on and make that place greater than what they were. That's intelligence. But if you come to a place and you destroy everything else, you just destroy and burn everything down and everything else, that's a lack of intelligence. That is a lot of anger. You see what happened when the Haitians, when you look at history, the Haitians was being suppressed by the French. The French was treating them bad and everything else like that. And guess the Haitians fought back. That's in form of intelligence to defend yourself. But one thing that they did wrong was that they despised the people that just passed by. They despised the French so much that they burned their whole economy down. And that was not intelligence at all. Because they destroyed the farming system. They destroyed everything that can remind them of slavery. They destroyed or they burned their own farms. They burned the sugar cane. They burned the whole farm because they did not want to. They did not want to be reminded of their past. But that actually came and hurt them because if financially they're still suffering from those decisions from that day on. And the United States keep piling it on because they didn't like what they did. Because people don't like strength and everything else like that. But that's just one example. You feel me? When you look at history, you gotta look at history for what it is. You have to look at history and read history. You feel me? People are not that intelligent as they seem. Just because you got glasses on and you look intelligent, at least intelligence has been portrayed to look like it's something good, but it's not. You feel me? You have to look at these things. Let's take a look at the behavior. Do these people show compassion? Do these people show caring? Do these people show care? Do these people take care of their kids and take care of their older ones? How well are they organized? What does the Constitution say? Do they follow these things? What are they? You have to look at all these things and see if you see something in there, not just the buildings and everything else like that. Hold on, let me go check my shit out. Buildings.